Connolly in the centres. Andrew Farrell continues at standoff, the captain, alongside Willie Peters, who returns after injury. And the forwards, Terry O'Connor, Terry Newton and Neil Cowie, Mick Cassidy, Dennis Betts and Lee Gilmore, the loose forward. On the bench, it's Tony Smith, Tony Mestrov, Chris Chester and Brady Malem. The coach is Frank Endicott. Now the Bradford Bulls, Stuart Spruce at fullback. Tavita Vicona, Justin Brooker plays in the centres alongside Scott Naylor. Leon Price is on the wing. Henry Paul at standoff. Young Paul Deakin taking the place of the injured Robbie Paul at scrum half. And the forwards, Paul Anderson, the skipper then, in Robbie's absence, James Lowes, Brian McDermott. It's Jamie Peacock, Mike Forshaw in the second row, and Brad Mackay completes the starting lineup. And the bench for them occupied by Nathan McAvoy, David Boyle, Hudson Smith and Stuart Fielden. And the coach is Matthew Elliott. The best, aiming to hit the top of the table to take that precious position with them into the playoffs. But the team once dubbed as the unbeatables, purposefully, they made their way from the dressing room to the field. It's going to be Bradford in the shape of former Wigan legend Henry Paul, who will get this game underway. Bradford in their changed jerseys, blue and white, attacking from right to left, short kick-off, and back it goes, and the Bradford Bulls have got it back in the shape of Justin Brooker.
What a great start. They obviously meant to do that, and they've got the bounce.
And so they have first use of the football early. Jamie Peacock in possession. Gilmore is there, Cassidy is there, Farrell is there, and Peacock is hauled to the ground. Lowes goes down the blind side, finds Naylor, and Naylor gets to the 30-metre line for the Bradford Bulls. They know how vital this match is. The feeling in Super League is if they lose here tonight, Bradford, they won't really have a chance of making top spot. But it's great defence on show from Wigan early.
Has to be as well. And the Bradford side know, the players realise they've got to get off to a good start here in front of the home crowd.
Henry Paul will hoist the bomb, he's kicking diagonally, looking for Brooker again out wide. Radlinski claims it, it's fallen to Mackay, Price is there, and Price will score! Price gets the first try, but Russell Smith hasn't given it yet. Russell Smith wants the video referee to check the offside out. Was Justin Brooker and all the others, were they in front?
Pretty tight to see from this angle. It was a superb kick. Wigan had the opportunity to defuse the bomb. There was quite a few there out wide. It looks A-OK, but you can see that they went straight for it. They went for the football. They did not interfere with Radlinski. That's what the video referee will be looking for also. They're trying a different angle, and I think it seems okay. Now there's only, for mine, Anderson, the one that is in front. Now if Anderson does get involved, then this try will be disallowed. But I get the impression that Anderson just ambled through. He's the one on the left-hand side, and I do not think he goes for it, but he is moving. No, he's not interfering with it. He has come away to the right. This, I'm sure, will be TRY time. What a start for the Bulls. Price really should have just gone for the corner. He took the gamble of stepping off the left foot, and it paid off.
Well, Leon Price watching, and Bradford are all on their feet, all their supporters. The try is given. Leon Price gets the try. What a start for Matthew Elliott. What a start for Leon Price. What a start for the Bradford Bulls.
And wonderful tactics by that coach Matthew Elliott. Remember, they went for the short kickoff. They got the possession they needed. They certainly went for it. Good work from Mackay. Price, he took a huge gamble from there. And Henry Paul, what a high kick. Went for the football, no doubt about it, in mind that Paul Deakin did not interfere with the fullback. Wigan fans don't like it, they do. They've travelled over the Pennines and they've got the starter that they needed.
So Henry Paul's trying out the extras. New Super League record goal kicker, but he's missed it. Missed with his first kick. Henry Paul, but he bombed out wide. Price came up with a try, and what a consolation for Leon Price, who was denied by the video referee in the grand final last year.
Yeah, it was Anderson that the video referee, we picked it out there, but you can see Anderson just peeled away to the right, did not interfere or was in any shape or form inside the 10 metres. That's also what the referee would, the video ref would have been looking at. If he's in front, he would have had to give Redlinski 10 metres. They said he was okay. Close call.
Close call, but it went Bradford's way. 2.5 minutes gone. Long, risky pass. And Wigan have yet to have football in hand. The only time they've touched it from the kickoff. Here is Tavita Vaikona, the big Tongan winger for the Bradford Bulls.
Well, not the right tactics there from the Bulls, trying to keep the ball alive in their own quarter. They really should just settle things down now because, well, Wigan, they really are rattled from that. What a kick it was, though, from Henry Paul. Got plenty of height on it.
It took four men then to bring Paul Anderson down, and another kick over the top. It's gathered in, though, for Wigan by Wes Davis. Davis preferred on that right flank to the likes of David Hodgson. Welsh international Davis, England international now Chris Stradlinski. Great tackling though by Paul Deacon. Brooker was in there quickly, so too Brad Mackay. Here's Jason Robinson. Robinson is dumped to the ground. Mike Forshaw, once upon a time of Wigan, he was first into the tackle. Terry O'Connor gets it over the 40-metre mark. That's 4 tackles gone for the Bradford Bulls. Here now, Willie Peters. It's with Andy Farrell. Tried to cut inside, Jamie Peacock did, but slipped on the lush surface.
Good defence from Bradford. They're moving at them very quick, getting into their faces. And that's play on.
Poor kick from Willie Peters. It cannoned off players in front of him. And Jamie Peacock's got it back for Bradford. Here comes Scott Naylor. He began his career at Wigan.
He took an eternity, did half-back. It ricocheted off the head of James Lowes. He wouldn't have felt it. Mackay, that's great defence. It has to be. Gary Connolly and Betts.
Mackay on the 20-metre line. Deacon dummy half. It's with Forshaw now. He skirted away from 2. Can't get away from the next 3 in.
Henry Paul screaming for the football out wide.
It's with Forshaw. Forshaw back to Lowes. Lowes taking them on himself. Lowes is going to score. James Lowes has scored under the sticks. A master craftsman, James Lowes. He shimmied and dummied, and Wigan took the bait, and Lowes has got the 4. The stand-in skipper on his 140th appearance for Bradford.
Watch how he utilises Henry Paul. They expected to get it. He takes the step. Terry O'Connor, they were kidded here, big time. Run around with a prop forward, McDermott. Look at the step there. Terry O'Connor failed to get into that gap. Lowes took full advantage. Boy, oh boy, they're on a roll. The rampaging Bulls.
James Lowes with the try. His 11th of the season, and big problems early for Frank Endicott. Henry Paul from bang in front adds the extra 2. What a start for Bradford. They lead by 10 points to 0.
Super stuff. You see the man circled, Henry Paul. The defence goes out wide. And the wily hooker takes a step. O'Connor was beaten easy. He's happy. He may not show it. But in a tense game like this, to have such a lead, a commanding lead so early, and it's all down to that man. Individual skills supreme from Jimmy Lowes.
Yes, and wonderful tactics to get the game underway, as you mentioned earlier, Steve-O, from Matthew Elliott, the Bulls coach, now being linked as a successor to Wayne Pearce at West Tigers in Australia. He's only just signed a new deal at Odsal, but it is believed that that deal includes an escape clause should an Aussie club want him. Well, Bradford wants him, the Super League wants him, and what a wonderful start he has schemed here for his men at the JJB Stadium. For sure.
Wigan just cannot get possession of this football. They are desperate to try to force them back. But what superb. You can see the blood that's pouring out of Forshaw's head.
Lovely chip over the top. Spruce is after it. Spruce gets it. Oh, he threw the ball wide and he was looking for Vicona. Vicona had moved inside though.
Well, these are tremendous tactics. You see Forshaw is coming to the sideline. He'll go to the blood bin on that. But Vicona, he was vacant. Chip over the top from Paul Deacon was superb. You can see that the fullback Spruce was there. So was Henry Paul. Wonderful move. It all came to naught because no one was at home.
First real possession then for Wigan. Can they do something with it? Cowie bouncing off a couple. Plays the ball to Cassidy. Cassidy on halfway, flicks the ball away to Connolly. Connolly, trapped then by Brooker, wheeled to the ground. Penalty. Brooker stopping Connolly has attempted to get to his feet again.
Definite penalty there. You can see Brooker interfering. Wigan want to get on with this. Peters has banked it into that corner.
And here come Wigan in the shape of Terry O'Connor. Now then, the first real test of this Bradford Bulls defence on the way. It's with Dennis Betts. Betts is stopped. Gang tackling by the Bulls defence. Cassidy at dummy half. Here now is Willie Peters back in the side after injury. Gary Connolly cuts inside. Oh, releases the ball. Or was it stolen? It was stolen.
Oh, this is a big call from Russell Smith. Steps back on the inside. Anderson's there, yeah, he's got it right, spot on. Anderson just hit the ball away. It appeared as though Connolly was trying to offload. He was, but he was ably assisted the wrong way by that man. Well, what a buzz, sort of say, in this wonderful stadium here.
And Andy Farrell has decided to try and get first points on the board and steady Wigan down.
Good tactics. He's been around long enough as the Wigan Warriors skipper. He knows that if he just takes his time, the adrenaline will just leak away from the Bradford Bulls, and they would have plenty pumping through their body. 2 tries early in the game, 10-0 against Wigan. That's the start they wanted. Willie pull back 2.
Farrell with the left foot, and he's found the mark, and that's just what they needed, Wigan, to steady themselves down. Wigan 2, Bradford 10.
Wigan coach Frank Endicott surely now would have sent the message down, look, be aware of this short kick-off yet again. But I just get the impression that Bradford will take the percentage game. This should be a kick way deep to the left. They'll try to pin down Wigan within their own quarter, and with defence solid from both sides, the mistakes, inevitably, they can come.
Bradford ahead, 10-2. Wigan have won 6, drawn 1 of the 10 meetings in Super League since 1996. Much deeper kick-off then from Bradford. O'Connor to run it back for the Wigan Warriors. They are unbeaten in the last 3 against the Bradford Bulls. Last defeat against Bradford, 19-2 at Hodsall in May 1999.
Solid defence by the Bulls there, keeping Wigan at bay. In fact, Wigan from the play the balls, they're struggling to get at least 1.5 or 2 metres forward, which indicates what a good defence they've got out there at Bradford.
Dennis Betts feeling the weight of that defence, gets to his feet. Newton the dummy half, back it goes to Farrell, he goes for a 40-20, and that will go over the head of Spruce, but he's locked it back, and he did well then, but he's lost ground, and the Wigan chase is good. Spruce will try and get past Gilmore, and Spruce fails.
Almighty kick there from the standoff Andy Farrell. And as you mentioned, Eddie, Spruce did exceptionally well to get a hand to that. It looked for one moment as though he was going to go right over the top of the full-back.
But he flicked it back and he stopped it from being the 40-20, and now Bradford have got the penalty. Wigan are caught offside.
Good refereeing there by Russell Smith. Gary Connolly, he'd set off far too early, had never made any attempt to get back under the 10. And you can see there that he was caught by the official. He allowed advantage just in case. If Bradford would have made a break there, it would have been play on.
So here come the balls again in the shape of Justin Brooker. Only told he was playing this morning when it became clear that Michael Withers...
Oh, he lost that then. I thought Brooker lost that. Wigan fans don't like it. He did. That should have been a scrum down. Wigan head and feed. Definitely lost control.
Referee looked at the touch judge shook his head. Henry Paul, that's
back to
down.
6.
Back to, yes, referee saw that. Gary Connolly knocked it back, he said. Was going to make the point about Brooker. He was only told he was in the side this morning. Michael Withers with an abscess under his tooth. Highly painful.
See on the replay there, Gary Connolly just getting a faint touch to it. Oh, Wigan are slow moving up in their defence.
That's a great drive from Brian McDermott to within 3 metres. Lowe's again! Lowe's again! The post shakes. Lowe's is still there. He's trying to get it down. The ball's up in the air. He's held up. It'll be scrum, head and feed, and Bradford will have it.
Oh, great defence here. He looked at one point as though Lowe's was so close to getting that on terra firma. It'll be head and feed to the Bulls. More pressure for Wigan. But they were very slow there in defence, the Warriors. Quick play the ball by Bradford, catching out their defence.
Deacon feeds, gets the possession, finds Henry Paul. Henry Paul is wrestled to the ground. He nearly fooled them again. They've got a wonderful opportunity here, though. It's with Peacock, and Peacock's so close. Desperate defence from Wigan. They're scrambling back. McDermott will try and outmuscle them again. Gets to within 1.5 metres.
Will Lowe's put on one of his trick moves? No, it's the wide ball.
Henry Paul, Paul Deacon, back it goes to Naylor. Henry Paul takes over. Good movement from Bradford. Henry Paul on top of his game at the moment, but that's good defence from Willie Peters and Wes Davis.
Read it well.
Leon Price, Justin Brooker. Brooker back into the 10-metre zone on the last tackle. Matthew Elliott watching on. What's he got planned for this particular tackle? Kick from Deacon. Radlinski is able to let it go dead, to the great relief of his supporters.
Wonderful idea, quick thinking from Paul Deacon, but this man equal to the task. That a magnificent season as a fullback, Radlinski. Shepherded all the way, one of the best positional players, not happy. He knows that it's too long. Obviously the message will be going down now from that man, Matthew Elliott, to Paul Deacon saying, come on, we've got to make more advantage of it. They're very thin at the JJB Stadium here, the in-goal area.
Robinson. Good tackling by Deacon. Low down. Naylor was over the top. Anderson for good measure. This is the way it looks head-to-head, but the real story is in the meetings here. Bradford have only won 6 times in 27 years in Wigan. Not at this stadium, of course, but in this town. Cowie, Wigan struggling to get to halfway, and Cowie just gets in to Bradford territory. Connolly, back it goes to Peters. Peters looks for Farrell. Farrell with the big hoof downfield, but they're all ahead of the ball. Price, they've got to give him 10 metres. That's why Cassidy held off, and that's why it was left to Gilmore and Newton to move in for the kill.
And that's the reason why Russell Smith is rated as one of our top referees. He was shouting at the players, and that's the second goal. Frustration creeping into this Wigan defence as the captain wouldn't release the full-back quick enough. You can't push across the line. You've got to, after completing the tackle, roll away from the area. He knows it's going to be an uphill battle now.
Mackay dumps the penalty into touch, 40 metres away from the Wigan line. Bradford with this set of 6 to come. Lowe's misses out 2 and finds Deacon. Misses out 2 and finds Paul. Short pass then to Forshaw. And Forshaw, they can't put him down. Makes good progress towards the Wigan line. Henry Paul, Anderson.
Oh, that was a bit forward. Going to be allowed by the official.
Second tackle. Lowe's, Henry Paul, dancing in front of this Wigan defence. Cassidy and Cowie.
It's important Wigan keep it intact.
Peacock. Good drive again from Peacock. One of the finds of the year 2000, this fella. Lowe's at dummy half. Back it goes to McDermott. Peacock was in his way. gave it to Peacock. Peacock will drive it in again. They've missed him first, they've missed him second, and Peacock
held up
again.
Time, please.
Maybe not. Referee wants to take a look.
Peacock, but did he ground it first?
Ball came out behind him. How did it come out?
Sight of the ball as he went close to the line. Chris Adlinsky under him.
Now that if it's reefed away with more than one in the tackle, well, pretty difficult to see there. Now if he's lost it, yeah, I think he's just lost it. This will be head and feet to Wigan. If they'd have held him up, there's the ball being lost, it'd be classified as a knock-on. Other than that, if it had been held up, it would have been head and feet, but they've got to see whether perhaps a Wigan hand has knocked it down. I don't think so, although when you see the finish of that, Radlinski's left arm may give the game away. I think the video ref might have another look at this.
Well, it appears that he's happy. Peacock waits, as we all do. We think it's no try. It is. And scrum to the defence, which is Wigan. So it wasn't Radlinski's arm that was in there. Relief for Wigan and their fans.
It's classified as a simple knock-on. And they must be breathing a big sigh of relief here. Not only the players, but the coach, Frank Endicott, for Wigan. All offside.
Farrell with a quick penalty, and he dumped the ball out on the halfway. Wigan with urgency.
Well, what momentum they had, they lost it. Newton overrun it and let the man go through. Couldn't get rid of the ball.
It's with Willie Peters. Now Andy Farrell. He then finds Lee Gilmore, rumoured to be on his way to Odsal next year in the Bradford Bulls. Lee Gilmore ran off to take it up for Wigan.
And a strong rumour too, Eddie.
Be a prize signing for Bradford, but at the moment he is under contract to Wigan. 2 more years to go. This is Connolly, ducked underneath a swinging arm from Brooker. 4 tackles gone. It's with Dennis Betts at dummy half. Good run from him too.
They need more running like that, especially from the dummy half situation, because Bradford's defence out wide is moving up so quickly.
Testing kick from Farrell. Vicona's got it, but he knocked it on.
More pressure.
Oh, he doesn't look happy, Vicona.
It's deemed that I think it runs down the chest. Go for it. Yeah. Left arm of Vicona just brushes the ball. Good positioning by the official, Russell Smith.
So this is a massive opportunity now for Wigan. That was Farrell. This is Steve Renoff. Back it goes to Farrell. Good movement. Robinson at the heart of it. Great tackle.
Defense.
Justin Brooker
Was not going to be kidded. They did the double shuffle, used the dummy runner, but the centre, Justin Brooker, picked him out superbly.
Robinson again. Robinson trying to straighten up. That was from the similar range when he scored his grand final try in 1998. Now it's with Willie Peters. This is Andy Farrell. Back it goes on the inside, and that was O'Connor just short.
Looked a bit dodgy too. Slide forward there, perhaps. It would have been a big call.
Farrell slides the kick, looking for Willie Peters. Deacon takes no chances.
They're on the boil, aren't they now? First real opportunity. The kick from Farrell was well weighted, but you could see there were 4 Bradford Bulls players leading the charges. This man, Paul Deacon. They're aware of the kicking game. They're aware of the tactics that man, Frank Endicott, has brought to this side this year.
Paul Anderson has just left the field to be replaced by Stuart Fielden. So Matthew Elliott makes a change. Big man for big man. And Brad Mackay in no particular hurry to get this game back in motion. The clock, though, has been stopped by the referee. Time back on as Mackay drops out from underneath his own sticks to halfway, and Radlinski. Now it's with Cowie. Cowie drives it in. Fielden, first tackle of the match for him.
They're really not stamping their authority, the Wigan pack.
Connor received that pass. It looked at this angle a little dubious, but the referee says play on. Farrell, back it goes to Cassidy. Now it's a big test of this Bradford defence. It's with Willie Peters. The runner is Neil Cowie. Good tackling. Terry Newton, dummy half. Willie Peters. Willie Peters, short to Dennis Betts.
Oh, what a great tackle there from Paul Deacon. Right round the ankles of Betts.
Here's Peters again. Looks left and finds Farrell. And Farrell again dabs the ball in goal. Collected by Stuart Spruce. Another drop out on the way here.
Just what the doctor ordered as far as Wigan are concerned. First part in this game that they've had 2 occasions to apply the pressure. Superb weighted kick yet again from the standoff Andy Farrell. But full credit to this Bradford defence. Naylor gets some repairs.
Okay.
They really have scrambled back. Well, let's hope that this is not serious injury to the big centre Naylor.
He does have Nathan McAvoy and David Boyle on the bench if Scott Naylor cannot carry on. It looks like there's a knee problem here.
Good work from Cassidy and Gilmore.
He was caught actually in the melee behind Stuart Spruce.
Well, you can see that he grabbed for the knee. And he gets right underneath the full back, and you see him grabbing at that. Only just a slight twist. He's a tough cookie.
Well, he missed the match here in June, the 12-all draw. He was furious to miss that one as well, and he won't want to leave the scene just yet if he can possibly help it. He'll try and run the knock off.
Well, I wonder how bad that knock was. He just had a sly little look and a little wink to some of his colleagues, as if to say, well, at least we've soaked him a few more minutes, we can get our defence, but it's getting pretty tasty out there now. Will be when this guy comes on.
Well, he's only just been withdrawn for Stuart Fielden. Maybe he's feeling the effects of cramp. It's that sort of match. It's being played at breakneck pace, and these forwards are at it, hammer and tong. Farrell, McDermott round his legs.
That's a big problem, Eddie. The Wigan pack are not having any effect on this solid defence.
Well picked up by Willie Peters. He finds Mick Cassidy. Mick Cassidy in his benefit year at Wigan. He would love to crown it with an appearance in the grand final at Old Trafford on the 14th of October.
Well, 22 minutes into this game, and I can't remember a clean break from the Wigan side as yet.
It's all come about as a result of kicks from Farrell. The danger. There's more danger here. Price has got it, and Price has done well. He's got back into the field of play.
It'll take a while here, will Leon Price. Well, it's pretty difficult for the referee official out there to see whether he's been hurt or not. Terry Newton was all over him. I can assure you that Terry Newton wouldn't be just tickling the ribs. He's trying to turn him on his back, trying to get him into the in-goal area, but hasn't been around all that long, Leon Price. And he's been...
Maybe Terry Newton got a bit of a knee in the face of Leon Price. Oh, yeah, look at the blood.
Without a doubt. Well, he made contact as well. Oh, yes. Slow-mo shows it.
And it was purely accidental, I think, Steve-O.
Yeah? He doesn't think so, neither do I.
Well, Leon Price comes off. Matthew Elliott forced to make another change.
Try to convince him too, Matthew Elliott. We'd like to see that again.
By Kona to try and work it away from underneath his own posts. McAvoy's on. McDermott.
Getting really tasty here. You could see Neil Cowie give McDermott a bit of a facial. Bit of sledging going on out there now. Frustration coming into this Wigan side.
Lowe's dummy half, and Fielden to try and drive the ball upfield again. It's with Lowe's, now it's with Henry Paul, and he will punt the ball downfield. Davis is underneath that though.
Good position there by the winger, read it ever so well. But the chase, as ever tonight. Oh, that should have been a penalty. I had a feeling that Brad Mackay had a punch at that ball.
Robinson in possession for Wigan, stands up and plays it to Radlinski. Radlinski running flat. They can't get through this Bradford defence. They can't make a break. O'Connor doing his best.
Well, it's a long time since I've seen a Wigan side being repelled with so much ease.
Farrell, here's Renoff, he could change it. Scrambling defence, it was Naylor and it was Peacock. And now Renoff doing his best to get a penalty from the referee. Non-forthcoming, it's with Farrell. Another dab over the top towards the corner. And Spruce not interested, allows the ball to bounce in touch. But it'll be head and feet here to the Bradford Bulls.
Well, it has been a hectic passage of play over the last 10 minutes. Not surprisingly, fullback Spruce not interested. Andy Farrell, the Warriors skipper, he knows it is one big hill to climb. 8 points in a game like this. It's not easy to drag back. Not the way that this Bradford Bulls side is defending. It's been a super effort. Matthew Elliott must be extremely pleased.
Here goes Vicona. Clattered by Dennis Betts. Lowe's. Deacon. Deacon, back it goes to Peacock. Peacock, such a difficult man to put down. Cowie picked him up. Farrell was round his neck. Eventually they got him down 30 metres from his own line. Good quick hands by McDermott. Fielden tried to take it forward. He wants to get on and play the ball. Gilmore's all over the back of him. Referee says get up and play it. It's now with Paul. Now Deacon. Oh,
that's
great tackle.
down.
Steve Renoff. Henry Paul. Little dab over the top. Radlinski gets it. Flying leap by Radlinski.
That was brave, but did he go for the man?
Well, I think the referee says that Henry Paul went for Radlinski.
Yep, I think he went for the man.
Listen to me. You know what's going out this week? You come running to me like
he
that.
went to him.
A penalty, it would have gone the other way. Henry!
Not allowed to do that. Once a man lifts off the ground, attempting to defuse the kick. It was perhaps just a reaction from Henry Paul. He knew he couldn't get to the football, but you're not allowed to bring the arm or anything in the combat. Look at this from Renouf. Bang! We've seen some big ones from the Bulls. Wigan are getting back into the game.
Yes, it's turning slightly the tide, but so far the Bradford defence standing absolutely firm. It's with Cowie now. Welsh international over the 30-metre mark. He's about 28 away from the Bulls line. Newton to Farrell. The runner is Gilmore. Almost round. Great tackle, Peacock.
He's hurt as well. Picked up a stray knee, perhaps. Gilmore's down as well. Well, as yet, I'm still waiting for the first. This is the incident. Gilmore's injured. He's in a bad way, Gilmore. He's getting attention.
That's the last. They're appealing on the terraces for crossing by Wigan, but the referee not having any of it. Peters with the dab. Collected by Deacon. His foot in over the line. Foot over the dead ball line.
Beautiful kick, though. This occasion, it was a half back Willie Peters, no doubt about it. Good positioning by the official, too.
And Deacon flat out as a result of the heavy challenge on him by Terry Newton. Gilmore's limping off. Bill has news on him. Bill?
It was only a matter of time, Eddie, wasn't it? It's really been a battle of attrition out there, and Lee Gilmore is the first casualty. One or two blood cuts and bruises, but this looks like the first serious injury. Chris Chester has come on in place of Lee Gilmore, who's in a lot of pain from that right ankle by the look of things as he limps away.
Well, his own face really tells the story.
Well, they both got injured there. Peacock that did the tackle, and the ball carrier also getting it. But what a defensive effort this has been from the Bulls so far.
It's with Robinson now, though. He's attacking Lowe's and Vicona, and Frank Endicott sent on number 19 there, Chris Chester. This, though, is Terry O'Connor.
Will it be a change of tactics? They've gone for the kick on all the occasions.
Peters trying to dance his way through them. Fielden and McDermott there with the tackle. Terry Newton, Andy Farrell looks for the runner, it's Radlinski.
Again, they're spotting the inside pass. Leading the way, which he has done throughout this game, loose forward, Brad Mackay.
Newton back to Farrell. A little stab for Willie Peters, but picked up by Henry Paul. And it seems that Wigan are only trying these deft kicks through by Farrell to unlock this Bradford defence. And so far, it's not coming off.
That's all they're left with. They're applying so much pressure onto it. And yet again, we see that the Bradford Bulls, they're working so hard for each other. There were four moving back, Henry Paul on that occasion. It's a tense moment, not just for the players out there, but for both these coaches.
Well, not surprisingly, we're watching the two best defences in Super League here. Bradford have the best, and they are on tip-top form in defence tonight, the Bradford Bulls. But Wigan aren't far behind them. Deacon with a big kick, and that will just skim in front of Wes Davis. Tackles made, well, nothing to choose, but Wigan have made or committed 8 missed tackles compared to Bradford's 2. Bradford's solid.
Say that again. If this was over the 40 mark, it would never have been a 40-20, but so important, of course. Paul Deacon taking his chance now that the injury to Robbie Paul is keeping him out for quite some time. But when you look down both sides from their bench, Eddie, they really have got so much talent and so much depth on both sides. Oh, what a big hit!
Brooker and Spruce there, and Mackay gets the ball back for the Bulls. And here now is one of the Bradford subs, David Boyle.
Good work there.
It's with Fielden, taking them on himself, Fielden. He's lost it.
That's a penalty
Stolen.
right in front of the referee. This is a gift, 2 points. Terry Newton. Well, we said it was going to be a big clash, wasn't it? But you can do without silly play like that from the hooker. We tried to convince the referee that he'd done nothing wrong, but the video replay says it all. Right arm, and he's not impressed. Stupid play. And don't ever think that the tension doesn't get to these seasoned Super League players, because it does.
Well, another problem for Wigan in that Neil Cowie has had to go off, and he's got an eye there. Looks like a heavyweight boxer. It's that sort of game, this.
It always is.
Yes, it is. Meanwhile, Henry Paul is waiting for the football. He's got the kicking tee. He's bang in front of the sticks, and in a second, it's going to be 12-2 to Bradford with about 9 minutes to half-time.
Well, that just took the weight off the pressure cooker there, did it? The steam is well and truly out of the Wigan pressures. Surely he'll slot this over.
It's academic from that range for Henry Paul. 99 grand final man of the match. Even in defeat for Matthew Elliott's men. And this year he won the Lance Todd Trophy at Murrayfield in victory. Now he's after a second grand final ring. He won the grand final with Wigan in 1998. And Frank Endicott, speaking to him today, say he would love to walk out at Old Trafford on the 14th of October.
Well, he'll have his mind set on that, but reading reports today that with his brother Robbie, they want to get a #1 hit. They're bringing out a record in the next couple of weeks.
#1 in the hit parade and the grand final.
Oh, it's on!
Yes.
They're throwing them in. It happened in that draw a couple of months ago. Well, I thought perhaps the weight had been taken off that pressure cooker. Obviously not. We said there was plenty of verbals, and Lowe's just said get out of the way, and he's thrown it.
Lowe's and Mestrov.
Well, he is the captain, Jimmy Lowe's, and he certainly went looking for him. I said it was stupid play by Newton, and I think that Wigan will get the penalty, and that stupid play from James Lowe. He just passed the ball and then went straight to Mestrov. Whack, whack. Couple of uppercuts.
Touch
from
judge was
Mestrov.
brave as well, wasn't he?
Here it comes. Whack. Wasn't a bad one either. Oh, and in there is a guy with a yellow jumper. He passes the ball and then says, get out of the way. And then it was on.
Well, James Lowes, I can tell you, is on his way to the sin bin. The captain is sin bin. And the referee's still got the yellow card out, and he wants Tony Mestrov as well, and he's in the bin also.
Now then, who's going to get the penalty?
Bradford have got it.
Well, there must have been something untoward.
James Long's throwing the punch.
Penalty goes to Wigan.
Well, he threw the first punch. The captain has to lead by example.
Hang on, this punch was by James Long's.
That was the wrong example. Oh, they're running the ball.
Yes, they're running it. And with the captain Farrell to Chester. Oh, slipping in front of Stuart Fielden. Now then, Terry Newton. Back it goes to Renoff. Renoff lost it. It went out the back way.
Good refereeing there from Smith.
Newton. O'Connor. Newton again. Newton. Oh, he thought about slipping the pass. Thought better of it. Quick play the ball. Willie Peters. Just lost the momentum as the foot went from under him again. Newton. Newton. Trying to make his way to the line. Held up.
Still in the field of play. That's a big call there from Russell Smith.
Says he wasn't. Held up over the line to start with. Oh, Connolly!
He's bombed it. Price has a chance. There'll be no advantage. He'll go to the first knock on. But Gary Connolly has bombed a sitter. It was a hard pass from his skipper, but he should have taken that. He would have launched underneath the attempt from Price.
And Bradford have the penalty for a head-high shot on Leon Price. Connolly dropped the ball. Price was on his way, and someone came in with a swinger. Don't know where it was.
Neither do I. We weren't allowed to tackle in this game, but it was always going to be an advantage rule from the referee. And when it proved to be no advantage, they'd go back to that knock-on. Well, we saw Frank Endicott shaking his head.
Henry Paul, Mike Forshaw, Paul Deakin on the bounce.
And backwards, this is the incident.
Oh, it was the first one from Farrell that he got them for.
Certainly went over the top.
Vicona plays it to Deakin. This now is Henry Paul on halfway. Another high bomb. Oh, this is a tester for Radlinski. It's going to bounce. Could go anywhere, this. Going to go dead.
You want to be a relieved fullback there, Chris Radlinski. Anticipated that Henry Paul was going to go underneath the sticks. So I had to go back to it. It's enclosed on all four sides here, of course, the new JJB Stadium, so it does have a swirling effect. And that's the reason why Henry Paul is getting plenty of height on this football.
Cassidy. He's saying that the tackle was completed by McDermott before Fielden moved in, but the referee said play the ball. He did to Robinson, and he takes the tackle from Mackay and also from David Boyle. Now Newton to O'Connor.
Well, how important will that drop ball from Gary Connolly work out in the scheme of things in the second half?
Connolly's with it now. He's turned it inside to Betts. They're flooding up in support. Betts. Oh, he should have passed.
He should have. He's bombed it.
He should have passed to Newton.
He had two men on the inside. He's not the fastest man. Oh, they've just thrown it anywhere. They're taking a huge gamble here.
It's come off for them now because it's with Farrell. And Farrell's given it back to Chester. He's gone round. McDermott found Cassidy. And Naylor comes in. Ball has gone down to the ground. On the last tackle, turnover. Well, Wigan have blown two golden chances. Vicona's away. Vicona's away. Radlinski after Vicona. Wonderful tackle.
Superb stuff.
It's with Naylor now. Naylor, big hole opening up for him. He's inside Chester. Naylor taking on this entire Wigan defence on his own almost. Bradford are trotting up. Vicona who started it all. to within 11 metres of the line. 3 tackles gone, 3 to go. Plenty of time for Henry Paul. Henry Paul, back it goes to Brooker. Good defence. Betts wouldn't be fooled.
Don't be surprised if Bradford go for the 1-point drop goal.
It's with Deacon. Deacon shapes for it. And Deacon...
He'll go on Malloy, who's in a bad position.
The referee wants to check it out.
I couldn't get anywhere near it.
He's quite happy.
Forshaw's congratulating Deacon.
For that drop goal.
Well, he can go to the video referee to adjudicate on drop goals and art. And that's easy. That's
Easy,
a
it's
one.
over. And that, he's quick thinking there from the little halfback.
I was waiting for the reaction from the Bradford fans at the other end of the field because they had the best view of all, and there was no reaction. That's why Russell Smith maybe has gone for the video referee. Well, the Bulls look like they've got an extra point. It's on the nod of the video referee, though. The players have lined up for a kick-off. Drop goal is given.
So vital.
And I'll tell you what, Paul Deacon, it's his second drop goal, and the first was in the 17-16 defeat of St Helens at home. It was a priceless 1-pointer then. I wonder if that'll be a priceless 1-pointer here tonight. It's 13-2.
It's good to see that young players using their head, their brains. Oh, he's away!
Fielden! Great tackle, Radlinski.
Just couldn't turn. That's a second occasion. The fullback Radlinski has saved Wigan.
Forshaw. Cassidy and Chester. Well, Wigan have had a mountain of possession in the last 20 minutes after Bradford got off to that start. Henry Paul's just put it down. But remarkably, it's Bradford who have eased further ahead.
Try to take it with one hand. He is so mad with himself. No one has to tell him that that was a dumb passage of play. Matthew Elliott saying at a time like that when they just secured an extra 1 point, psychological blow. It has switched to the other side now.
Because we're going to have the possession from the scrum with Peters to Farrell. He flicks it back to Connolly.
How many times, Eddie, over the years has Wigan produced something spectacular with only just a couple of minutes remaining of a first half?
Countless. Farrell! Farrell tackled by Spruce and by Brooker. That was nearly another special moment. Maybe there's another one on the way here because it's with Newton. Back it goes to Chester. Chester offloads to Newton. On it goes to Radlinski. Radlinski then to Farrell, standing still. Betts trying to go round Brooker. Great strength from Dennis Betts, but hauled down by the next two in, Forshaw and Leon Price. Wes Davis, Chris Chester flicks it back, nobody there. Deacon's after it. Cassidy got a foot to it. Mackay missed it. Connolly's picked up.
What a pace this game is being played at.
And the tackle count is not wiped down. I don't think it was.
No one got a touch to it from the Bradford side.
It's with Renoff now. Naylor, great tackle. That's the last. Wigan don't like it, their supporters, but the referee looked as though it was right. High bomb from Willie Peters. Leon Price, good call. Flicks it back then to Spruce. Great run from Spruce. Great tackle though also from O'Connor, but then he delayed. Fatally delayed.
Line on him.
They'll calm things down. Bradford will be quite happy to go to the sheds, I'm sure, with a 13-2 lead. But great work from Leon Price and Spruce, the fullback. The combination, it was a gamble to offload right in front of your own sticks. Price was confident, he was confident, and so was the fullback, Spruce.
Spoke to him this morning as well. He said, I'll see you at Wigan. He said, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, they're still smarting from that Wigan win at Oxford.
Invitation for Price, but it's a bit of a big invite, that, because it was way ahead and only just behind Wes Davis. Davis has it for Wigan, and that's the half-time siren. Brooker went for a big hit.
He's come
down.
Second best.
Referee hasn't blown the whistle yet. Robinson's playing to the whistle. There it is. That's the tackle after the final siren that brings a pulsating first half to a close. Leon Price getting Bradford off to a flyer. Try in the first minute. Lowes with a try in the 6th. He was later sin-binned, James Lowes, along with a Wigan player as well. 2 of them in the bin towards the half-time. It was Tony Mestrov and James Lowes who were off the field. Then we had a Farrell penalty goal, a Henry Paul penalty and the Deacon drop goal. But it's the way that Bradford have cut Wigan up in defence that has given them a 13-2 lead at half-time. To see as well. And the 2 teams not letting anybody down. Now, can Wigan come back? Have they got the wherewithal to claw an 11-point lead back start of this second half? Farrell kicks off, Brooker picks up, and Brooker will take the first tackle of the second 40.
It's important that Wigan get it all sorted out in the forwards. They've been blitzed by their opposite pack. The likes of Terry O'Connor, Neil Cowie and Tony Mestrov, they really have got to put in a good effort in this second half. They found it very difficult to get over the advantage line. They've got to lead by example, set the platform for the likes of Willie Peters and Andy Farrell.
It's with Henry Paul now, and he's found Vicona out wide. Vicona cuts in, run-off gets him down. On halfway, he plays it to Henry Paul. Here's Scott Naylor. Naylor tackled by Brady Malamon at the start of the second half. Henry Paul again, under pressure there from Newton. Got the kick in just the same. Brooker's after this. Brooker has claimed it. Oh, but that's good play from Wes Davis. Lowes is back from the sin bin, and that means that Mestrov is back as well.
Was on the last anyway. There's no doubt that he was going to be tackled. But the kicking game from the Bradford side tonight has been superb. They really are utilising it a lot better than the home side. Getting plenty of air, and the ball is just spiralling around.
Giving the ball plenty of hair, eh? Brady Maitland now.
Well, we all want that, don't we?
Yes, most people in this country have it, but anyway, it's with Peters over the top. Price has positioned himself well.
Well, that was a wasted effort. There was no one within cooey of the winger Leon Price. You've got to get a little bit more high than that. It gives you a chance for your chasers to get underneath, create confusion and maybe come up with a mistake.
Well, the Bradford Bulls ahead. They've just lost once away from home this year, but they have had 3 draws away from home, one of them on this very pitch in June. But they're flooding forward again here, although they just had a little hiccup then as it bounced in front of Deacon, but Forshaw away, and he gets the ball to Deacon. Deacon is spinning, he's on his own though, and he has to take the tackle from Tony Mestrov and Mick Cassidy.
All sorts of problem in this Wigan defence. They're hanging out.
Oh, Fielding again! Connolly was able to get him by the shirt tails. Lowes on the last attacking them. Oh, he's tackled without the ball.
Going to be a penalty right in front.
No, he was committed.
He said he was committed to the official. Not so sure.
Hang on.
Oh, well, it's a line ball, that one. Maybe.
It was a bit high anyway,
It was
wasn't it?
high over the top.
It was on the ear.
They've been penalised for being over the top of the shoulder.
Well, 3 minutes, second half gone. What was said in those dressing rooms half-time, Bill?
Well, there's no panic in the Wigan camp yet. Eddie Frank Endicott's words, or key word for his side, was composure, because they've been in positions in the first half of this game when they could have scored, notably when Gary Connolly bombed that try, Dennis Betts' breaks, when they weren't composed enough to finish off in that last third of the pitch, and that's really the area they're looking to improve on. Also, defence around the ruck, and Frank won't have been pleased to see Stuart Fielden making easy yards just a moment ago.
Connolly gets the ball away to Davis. Davis disappears under the tackle. Back. Oh, this is the last one. We'll be back to Bill after this. Let's see what happens with Willie Peters' high kick with the left foot. It's turned Stuart Spruce around. Spruce collects.
But it's a wasted effort yet again.
Oh, good movement there from Vicona. Came back on the inside, and here goes Vicona. Hauled down 20 metres away. Bill, back to you.
Well, Matthew Elliott, Eddie, and the Bradford Bulls camp pretty satisfied, as you'd expect, with that first 40 minutes, looking for more of the same in the second 40. Know that they've got to put in a big defensive effort, and that's what they're prepared to do in the second half of this game, anticipating a big Wigan onslaught. They're also looking to keep Wigan down deep in their own half. So you've mentioned already that the Bradford kicking game was superb in the first half. They're looking to repeat that in this second half.
Big defensive effort called for then, and good kicking game from Bradford, and it was certainly a terrific defensive effort in the first 40 from Bradford. Mestrov and Lowe's tangling again.
It was a swinging arm from Mestrov. Lowe's didn't like it at all.
The kick downfield from Deakin. Davis collected it on the boot, then gave it to Radlinski, who's found Robinson. Oh, great tackle by Kona.
Well, Matthew Elliott calling for a great defensive effort. They couldn't have got much better than what they displayed in that first 40 minutes. It truly was outstanding.
Robinson trying to scamper his way through, but again, good tackle. This time it was from Henry Paul. Henry Paul after Newton from the marker, but he gets the ball away. There's Newton. From Farrell it went to Cassidy. Cassidy then grounded on halfway by McDermott. And McDermott has conceded the penalty.
Gotta get up him, Giants.
Over enthusiastic there, the big prop forward. Arms all over the place. You tried to give him a bit of a facial after making the tackle. It's silly things like that can just swing the game.
Because Wigan are now camped on the 20-metre line. Farrell to Betts. Betts trying to cut them up down the middle, but Fielden and Lowe's. Now Willie Peters pops it back to Mick Cassidy. It's a blanket of blue shirts, though, that were ahead of Mick Cassidy then, and they moved in and smothered him. It's now with Connolly. Long ball, Farrell. Everything coming through Farrell. Back on the inside to Newton. Newton did well to pick it up. Gave it to Renoff. Renoff, just sheer weight of numbers beat him then.
Great build-up from Wigan. Two switches of direction. But again, this Bradford defence is solid.
Connolly.
Obstruction. Used a man in front. Connolly came from behind. He's not impressed, Frank Endicott. But the official Russell Smith have got it right. See how Peters, and you can see that Betts had made contact, and as soon as he did into James Lowe's, it had to be a penalty. A tense moment for both coaches. See how Betts went in front. No doubt about the shepherd. But Frank Endicott, Eddie, would surely be getting the message out now, even early in the second half, is that Wigan are falling off. So that ball's free, it's went backwards, but they're falling off the man carrying the football.
The little half breaks in the match are going Bradford's way. That ball came out, but it went backwards, and that's why Hudson Smith is still in possession here for the Bradford Bulls.
You force your own luck, and Wigan now beginning to just stand back instead of pushing forward as one unit. Some are going up, others are staying back. You pay the price when you do that. You move up as one solid line. They're not doing it.
Hudson Smith again, back to James Lowe's. Long ball then to Henry Paul. Lovely step from Henry Paul. Henry Paul has got Naylor. Naylor gets over the line with Robinson on his back. Henry Paul created that. And Scott Naylor, who began his career at Wigan all those years ago, comes up with what could be the killer blow for the Bradford Bulls. Naylor's try, number 14 of the year, but there have been fewer more important than that.
Pinpointed the fact that the Wigan defence, some are going up, others are staying back, and he was out wide where they stood back, mesmerised. Look at them on the backward foot, and that's the reason why Henry Paul went through. Good support play by Naylor. Simple, basic rugby league football, but because they failed to move and get into the paces of Henry Paul and Naylor. Exquisite try.
Scott Naylor, just 2 appearances for Wigan at the outset of his career. 9 years ago. But now he has drilled a huge nail into Wigan's hopes in this match. And another former Wigan star, rubs a bit more salt in. Bradford 19, Wigan 2 at the JJB Stadium, and problems mount for Frank Endicott.
There you see they've moved up near the ruck, but there's a man circled. He's failed to move. Step on the inside. You've got to work as a unit, otherwise you will be beaten like this. Wonderful combination, but what a step from Henry Paul.
And the rain pouring down now at the JJB Stadium, so the pitch, which was pretty greasy, will now get even slippier.
Looks like Newton's picked up a knock.
Mackay.
There's plenty battered and bruised out there. Mackay got a big hit there from Dennis Betts, but it was legitimate. He got the shoulder to him. And I don't know where he is, Brad Mackay.
Right in the ribs, I think.
You all right to play it?
Oh, you see the elbow there from Gary Conniff. That wouldn't have helped Mackay.
He's in some pain, but the referee's just checked with him whether he's all right to play it, and he has. So play will continue, and then the trainer will move in on Brad Mackay. That's 4 tackles gone.
Looks to be a problem with the left wrist.
Here's David Boyle. 40 metres away from his own line. Plays it to Jimmy Lowes. Oh, little dink over the top, looking for Stuart Spruce.
Oh, he had it as well. The knock on. It was on the last with the changeover.
It would have been a very interesting call for the video referee had that one been scored. I think he was onside.
He was. Just trying to scoop it away.
You've got to credit Radlinski for that, though, haven't you?
Certainly put himself in between into the no man's land, but
yeah, but he was a menace, wasn't he, for Stuart Spruce then?
That's another factor that Bradford have taken control. Not only the high kicks, but a few little chips over the top from Paul Deacon. It's obviously something that they work hard on the training paddock. And they are blitzing this Wigan defence. They are struggling to get any sort of solid line.
Oh, good play, off the ground, Renoff down the line, support inside, oh! Play on, Newton will score!
No doubt about it.
The referee won't bother the video referee, and Terry Newton picks up the loose ball. It looked again as though Wigan had blown it, but Bradford couldn't swallow it up, and Newton pounced, and Wigan still have a bit of hope.
Well, at first I thought that Steve Renouf had blown this one. Instead of going for the corner, he elected to give the little chip through back on the inside. It looked to be the wrong option. Great work from Farrell. The half break. Beautiful play here. Wasn't going to take him on, put the chip through. And it was Lowe's that missed it. And his opposite number, Newton, takes full advantage. We said if you're sometimes adventurous, you will be rewarded. Great play in the end from Renouf. Jimmy Lowes had the chance. He didn't take it. And his opposite man takes a vital 4.
And doesn't he love scoring against the Bradford Bulls? Tries in all 3 meetings this year now. Terry Newton's try. Matters improved by Andy Farrell, and so Wigan, the game looked to be slipping away from them. It's 19 points to 8 now. Farrell with the goal, and what a wonder pass off the deck that sent Renoff away down that left-hand touchline.
It's the first time we've seen a little bit of magic from the Wigan skipper. They needed it. We said they had to dig deep in the second half. Game on.
Well, that was only the 60th try conceded by the Bradford Bulls in Super League this year. What a fantastic defensive record they have got. And I wonder whether it's a defensive record that can take them all the way to the grand final. Saturday, 14th of October. And any information from Super League Europe first thing Tuesday morning, 0113 244 114. The kickoff is at 6:30. Will it be Wigan Bradford yet again?
It's a lack of composure from the loose forward Brad Mackay, straight into the face of Tony Mestro. At a time really when Bradford should be so consolidating Trying to calm things down. They know that Wigan are on a roll. The adrenaline will be pumping through. They'll be lifting.
They will now, because they are back within 11 points of them. And Newton, whose try has given them hope, offloads to Radlinski. And it's now the Bradford Bulls who are being stretched and asked questions of in defence. Betts. Forshaw is there, and he's all wrapped up as well by Brad Mackay, whose penalty has put Wigan into this position. Peters, Mestrov on the charge.
Wigan supporting the ball carrier a lot better now. Watch for the angle run.
Newton to Willie Peters. A little dab towards the in-goal area. Vicona is dead in goal. Great kick. The kicking to the in-goal area by Wigan has been magnificent.
This time, little halfback Willie Peters. Vicona just had a little bit of a think there, perhaps. Should I let this ball go onto the whitewash? No, he took safety first. He did the right thing. Just bobbling in and out.
Well, the Wigan crowd booing, but Russell Smith isn't kidded by all this. He's held the clock up.
And he's going to give the captain a warning. Stop this delaying tactics.
Wigan might be behind on the scoreboard, but they have forced Bradford to drop out of their own post 4 times. And he's told Jimmy Lowes, let's get this game back underway quicker. The drop out to halfway, and Radlinski. Back come Wigan again in the shape of Brady Malem. 30 metres away from the Bradford line. Malem will play it to Newton. Here's Tony Mestrov.
That's much better.
Great tackle from Mackay.
Now they're getting over the advantage line.
Peters. Here's Farrell. They're lining up down the left-hand side. He hit that at pace to Chester. Offloads it to Cassidy. Cassidy taking on Forshaw. Beating Forshaw. Beating Spruce. But then the reinforcements arrive.
What an effort there from Cassidy. Now it's Bradford's turn to be dropping off the ball carrier.
It's with Farrell. Bullet pass to Renoff. Taking on Vicona.
Great defence. Wonderful defence there. They offered him a chance on the outside.
Renoff
took it.
He's flat out here. Go away.
He's trying to get the ball away, so therefore his right arm went underneath it. And this is how he can pop his shoulder. He tried to keep the ball alive rather than fending from going down to the ground. So in effect, his shoulder actually would have hit the ground. And he's in a lot of pain. That right shoulder will be extremely sore.
Well, he flicked the ball back. The ball played the Bradford man and went out. And that's why the Bulls have got head and feet at this scrum.
I think he's got it right, but this is a moment where you just can't protect yourself there. No doubt about it that Naylor didn't know what was happening.
Get up quick, get up fast!
Oh, lashing out there from Henry Paul.
Mackay, good ball to Naylor. Chris Chester with the tackle. Naylor gets to his feet, and this is Vicona.
I just get the feeling that whoever scores the next try will go on and win this game. It's going to be that tight. Lowe slips. Crowd cheers. Chester gets to him. So does Mestrov.
Well, it's that sort of surface now. We've had that downpour, and that's Fielden driving it up, and Bradford still in their own half on this, the last tackle. Lowes will hammer the ball down the wing and turn Robinson around. Now then, the chase has got to be good on Robinson, and it's not bad. Hudson Smith first to him.
9 Bradford players in one line. We spoke about discipline, not only in attack, but also in that defence. They're working as a unit, and he knows it too, does Elliot. But he also knows that this game is far from over.
Here's Terry Newton.
Wigan have so many stars out there capable of producing something extremely brilliant. They've done it for years. When it looks like they're in that hole, they find someone to get them out of it.
Willie Peters left-footed, and he will find touch, but I think he was over the 40-metre mark. This will be head and feed to Bradford.
Getting into the swing of things. Yeah, just stepped over that line. And both sides too quick getting setting the scrum. Not surprising, this has been played at a wonderful, hectic pace. But the thing that does concern me, Eddie, that there's still a lot of players out there. They are shouting abuse at each other. This could just boil over any time. It's so tense out there.
So tense, so tight. And Naylor. The pass was from Henry Paul. Naylor takes the tackle. Paul goes into dummy half. Gives it then to Vicona. He fancies a run at Robinson. Robinson and Andy Farrell combine to bring Tavita Vicona to the ground. This now is David Boyle. James Lowes is there. Paul Deacon looks on his inside and finds Mackay, who tries to spin out of trouble. Malin and Chester.
Much better defence from Wigan as well.
Hudson Smith.
Big hit there from Farrell.
Lowes, this is the last. Deacon will dab the ball over the top. That's a better kick.
Beautiful kick.
Davis has got to run it out. Price is after him. Brooker's after him.
Oh, he's lost it.
He has.
What a mistake.
Well, he was being forced to the touchline by the two Bradford men.
He's still moving. That is yet again coming from a great chase.
Oh, he's up and down like a jack in the box, Matthew Elliott.
Well, he told the official had not seen it. They had. He settles down yet again. If he could settle down, how can anybody settle down when this atmosphere is going on?
Henry Paul, brilliant run, but Wigan were waiting for Scott Naylor. David Hodgson, the young winger against St Helens, you may remember he stepped in touch on this near side in that dramatic match, and in the end St Helens won the game, and Bradford going to make West Davis pay. Spruce is tackled 4 metres from the line. Forshaw all wrapped up, great defence.
Will they go for the one-pointer again?
Lowes.
I think they might.
Hudson Smith.
They're driving into the sticks. Deacon setting himself up. No, he'll go out wide.
Lowes went for it, and it didn't come up for him. And they're saying that the Wigan man's offside. Chris Chester, they're saying, was offside.
Well, did Radlinski make a lunge at it?
And it came off Radlinski, and it was collected by Chester, and Chester was stood in front of Radlinski. So surely he was offside.
Looking to get away with that. I think Radlinski, I'm sure that Radlinski went for that. Definitely that he was in front.
Well, that could have been a dangerous tackle on Brady Malin by Fielden and Forshaw.
But there was no arm in between the legs. They pulled it away at the last moment. Boy, oh boy, this is boiling.
It is, and can you pick him out of the match? 09009 10 10 13. Tickets to the grand final up for grabs. Now then. What's happened here?
Well, he went late after the ball had been kicked.
It's followed through. Listen to me. I don't need to tell you I definitely do it. In all fairness, do I? I don't need to tell you.
Well, it was way downfield.
None of it. That's a foul
was on
the
Cassidy.
Kicker's colleague. The penalty's here. There's a foul on the kicker's colleague.
Yeah.
Penalty here.
It was way out of field. Well, that's silly.
A foul on the kicker's colleague, says Russell Smith.
Short field and shoulder.
He had nothing to do with the play, and that's the reason why he is absolutely livid.
Well, I wonder if he's livid with his player or livid with the referee for spotting him.
Well, why on earth would you just go to a player that had nothing to do with the action and then go and hit him? You're not allowed to do that. You can't do that with a man without possession.
Ball was in front of Farrell. It was a good ball to Chris Chester. Boyle was on his back, but Wigan had the sniff of something. It's with Robinson. Oh, Forshaw, a flying tackle. Good job too. Here now is Farrell. Wide, they've got men stacked. Betts. To within half a metre of that line. Connolly. Peters. Farrell again. Boyle was after him, but he slipped the pass and slipped again to Tony Smith. Tony Smith's away from two. Back it comes on the inside to Robinson. Robinson! Oh! Great tackle, Lowes.
chance he had. Gary Connolly is having a nightmare.
No, don't come to me. No, I didn't.
They all went for the football, it went back. That would have been play on. Brooker says, raise the fist, you beauty, knock on. Endicott can't believe it, neither can Bell, and he does not need telling that yet an opportunity has been blown.
Let's get on with it, get in. Sorry, get in. Stay in, Brad, stay in.
What tension.
Well, Bradford have got it back with Henry Paul, but Wigan desperate again to keep the Bulls penned near their own try line. Mackay trying to work it away for them.
Well, the Bulls just can't sit back and hope that this is enough points lead to take them to victory.
It's a real struggle, isn't it? It's a heavyweight clash of mammoth proportions, this. The third time these two have met. Wigan have won one, they've drawn one. Is this going to be Bradford's day? They have 15 and a half minutes to go to the finishing line. And how important will it be in the context of the top three and whoever finishes leader of the pack going into the Super League playoffs for the grand final? Both teams know the importance of this match. Both teams know how important it is to finish top of the pile.
Not surprisingly, Eddie, both sides are tiring. You could see that when Henry Paul kicked that ball downfield. Throughout this game, the Bradford chase has been superb, but they were getting tired. They were slow to get to Robinson. It has to take its toll.
Oh, Willie Peters, whoa, well, he juggled with that. Or do they call it in Australia? Did I hear it on the grand final call this morning? The dipsy-do. Is that what they say in Aussie, Steve-O? Never mind that. Radlinski's away. He's got Spruce to beat. Full-back on full-back.
Never mind dipsy-do. Radlinski, dipsy-did. Straight through and made the break.
Kick over the top is from Tony Smith. Leon Price for that bounce. Oh,
Cannot believe it. Good play from him. The post has saved him from going to the in-goal area. Matthew Elliott says, what on earth is my winger doing, allowing that ball to bounce?
He said, catch the thing.
Or words to that effect. Oh, we said that with both sides getting tired, that's when you get not just physically tired, but mentally, and it takes its toll. That's when the mistake comes, and it nearly came then. Leon Price not taking that ball on the full. Could have bounced anywhere.
He was lucky it bounced where it did, and he was lucky the post was there to save him from being pushed over the try line. Well, as you saw, Paul Anderson's back on. Deacon's gone for the big hoof downfield. Wes Davis will collect this, and back they come again, the red and white of Wigan. Good chase by Peacock. Oh, Naylor could have been flop. He could have been done for the flop then, Naylor, and should have been.
Well, if it had given the penalty away, I would have loved to have seen the face of Matthew Elliott.
I think he might have done. Renoff.
He would have thrown his headphones down his assistant's throat.
Gets to his feet again, Renoff. Tony Smith to Terry O'Connor. What a battle royal this has been.
It's going to take something completely out of the top drawer to change the complexity of this game. Both sides capable.
Willie Peters, Andy Farrell, good ball back to Connolly. He gets off one tackler and Radlinski comes again. Radlinski again, runs to the ground by Jamie Peacock. Last one for Wigan. Peters, Farrell with the boot, up in the air it goes. Oh, James Lowe's caught that. He was the coolest man on the pitch.
And he was always going to go down onto terra firma as soon as he got it.
I wonder what Leeds and St Helens and Castleford are thinking watching this, because it strikes me it will take a mighty effort from any of those three to prevent us seeing these two meet again at Old Trafford.
Well, they'll be hoping that the pace continues and the huge big hits, big tackle, all keep going as well.
Forshaw, halted by Cowie and finished off by Tony Smith. Deacon, Henry Paul, gone for the big boot downfield, but straight down the middle, and Henry Paul leading the chase on Wes Davis.
Quick thinking as well there from Henry.
It's It's with Robinson now.
You can see that Radlinski was nowhere to be seen. Punched it right down the middle of the field. Confident that his chase would get to him. Try to force Wigan back in the quarter.
Connolly fed by Radlinski. On it goes then to Cassidy. Cassidy is brought to ground by Brooker and by Hudson-Smith.
Well, there's not much of this Justin Brooker, but I'll tell you what, he has put his body on the line.
He tackles his weight, doesn't he? Cowie just brushes away from Hudson-Smith. Good stuff from Fielden and Deacon, but a great run also from Cowie. Now then, here's Gary Connolly. Connolly spins, releases it to Tony Smith. Smith then, oh, wow, what a tackle from Henry Paul on little Willie Peters.
It had to be as well. James Lowes had missed the tackle. The gap appeared.
Radlinski, Betts. Bradford's defence standing firm, but Betts is through! And Betts scores a fabulous try! The 120th of his Wigan career! Dennis Betts reaches a milestone, throws Wigan a lifeline, and Dennis Betts with the try, and now Bradford have to hope that they can hang on.
Talk about second effort. The old stage of Dennis Betts just kept going. Wigan keeping the ball alive. They've supported each other a lot better in the second half. It threw a dummy. Anderson couldn't do anything about it. They went high. What an important 4-pointer this is. Radlinski, who has come up so many times in the second stanza. It was a simple dummy. They went too high.
And Farrell adds the extras. Hold on to your hats. We're in for a finish and a half. Wigan are clawing their way back into this game. 19-14. Betts, sheer quality.
Well, it was what Bradford did in that first half. They kept running the angles. And that was not the best attempt there. Sheer delight. Matthew Elliott is not impressed. This fella is, so's Billy Boston.
Billy Boston, whose grandson Wes Davis is on the wing for Wigan tonight. But Dennis Betts, well, he has pulled the curtain down on his international career to prolong his club career here at Wigan. He has 3 more years to go, as does Wes Davis now after a 3-year deal signed today. But Dennis Betts, well, I believe he could have been a key figure for England on the form he's shown this year.
Certainly the second half of this season, taken him a while, has been trying to overcome those injuries that he picked up over 3 years ago, and it has been a struggle, but he's back to his best. But what a try.
Well, who's your man of the match? 09009 10 10 13. Lines are still open. They will be for 10 minutes or so. And the match is in the balance. It's just a converted try for Wigan and they'll be ahead. And Steve-O did say the next try scorer will win it, and Wigan are the next try scorers. Farrell with a dink over the top. Radlinski's tearing after it. Vicona collects it and slips on his backside, crucially allowing the Wigan chase in for the kill.
The wind has changed. Bradford are going to have to dig deep now.
What a match. What a fantastic match again. There's no doubting the quality at the top of the Super League.
That is for sure. We said at half-time, don't write Wigan off. Oh, he's allowed him to get away with that. That's good refereeing, by the way. Both sides are getting tired. No point in being finicky. Oh, that's a bad kick.
Well,
he was slipping, was Henry Paul.
It is a bad kick, but it's forced Radlinski back towards his own line. Here's Billy Boston's grandson, Wes Davis. And Anderson. And Peacock. And Anderson penalised.
Silly play yet again. Matthew Elliott, well, he must be, what on earth is his Chargers doing out there? No doubt about it. He went for the Roy Rogers.
Right, we have got 7 minutes to go, and here come Wigan again with O'Connor this time. 9-6 the penalty count in Wigan's favour. The Wigan crowd trying to lift their men. Cowie.
Bradford not taking a gamble with a sweeper. They're sticking to the one line of defence.
Here's Farrell.
They've kept him pretty quiet throughout this game. It's one piece of magic when he offloaded.
Here's Cassidy. Strong run and a great tackle from the captain, Lowe's. Oh, it hits his knee, play on. Willie Peters pops it back to Dennis Betts. It goes wide to Andy Farrell. Back it comes then to Chester. Off from Chester to Farrell. The direction switch to Cowie, but he is wrapped up by Brad Mackay.
I'm not so sure that he went off the leg. I thought maybe the hand.
Peters hoists the bomb again. They think Price is vulnerable, and Vicona rather is vulnerable. And Vicona was tackled in the air. The touch judge is on. The touch judge is on. Someone's on his way to the bin.
Well, I'm not so sure.
It's Naylor. Naylor's on his way to the bin.
Something happened on the back play.
It was miles off ball, Jimmy. Hang on, Tom. Wait, I'll get him on.
Well, that's all right. Peters runs through. As Naylor just pushes the man out of the way. Way out wide. It's Robinson. Well, that's the second occasion that Bradford have been penalised for doing something silly like that when the ball has been nowhere near the opposition player. And it's no good shouting. He's complaining, he's thinking that the referee and the touch judge have come up with the wrong decision.
Here's Radlinski, here is Connolly. It's 12-man Bradford against 13-man Wigan. 5 points in it, 5.5 to go. Cassidy. Two off-the-ball penalties could cost Bradford dearly. Tony Smith. Back it goes to Robinson. Robinson dances away from one. Dances away from two, but is then collared by two. 5 points in it. Renoff then to O'Connor. O'Connor back to Farrell. Farrell to Peters. Peters! So short again.
Wonderful tackle from Anderson. He
didn't play that. He didn't play the ball, Peters. Another one in the bin. Oh, another Bradford man's in the bin.
Said he was interfering whilst he was trying to play the ball. And this will be a penalty.
Got the ball out of his hand on the
Stuart Spruce in the bin. Well, they're down now to 11.
That is one big call from Russell Smith. Surely Bradford can't hang on now.
Well, it's just swung Wigan's way suddenly.
That's swung it up.
They've got 4 minutes to hang on, Bradford. But here come Wigan with Renoff. If they get... Oh, poor ball. Betts had to pick it up off the bootlaces. Battling with Brooker. They've only got 11 men on the field, Bradford. Wigan have got 13.
Just keep the ball alive, keep swinging it across.
Connolly up the middle. Hauled down underneath the sticks. Tony Smith. Willie Peters. Ball on the inside to O'Connor.
He's lost it.
He's dropped it. Now Bradford surely up the jumper time for them.
No advantage. Here's the sin bin incident. Oh, that is silly play. Why on earth can they do that though? They just don't think. Not much in it. This is a knock-on, but it appears that referee Russell Smith, he saw it. Well, attention. Who would be a coach?
Come on, Paul, get on with it.
Russell Smith has had a devil of a job keeping things in control out there.
But the crucial calls, I think we've seen, he's been proved to be right.
My word.
Henry Paul now. Good run, taking the pressure off the line.
Well, if Bradford can hang on to this, 2 men in the sin bin, it'll be an heroic display.
They've got 3 minutes to go. Anderson trundles it up the middle again. That's the third tackle gone. Lowe's. And this is Forshaw to the halfway line.
Standing start, he thought he was halfway through. All the antics will be coming now.
Here's Fielden.
We'll try to slow everything down. Good effort though. This has got to be a good deep kick.
That was Peacock, by the way, it wasn't Fielden. Lowe's, good kick. Great kick, just to wind the clock down a bit, and Bradford will plod to this scrum.
Not long to go now, and the skipper, he's digging deep now.
They're all digging deep, there's only 11 left.
He looks pretty composed. Now the will Wigan opt for a kick and chase. Remember, Bradford down to 11. Oh, I thought Farrell was going to go for it. They've got Robinson with a speed out wide.
They've slipped the pass to Cassidy. Deacon gets him down. Less than 2 minutes to go. It's with O'Connor, and O'Connor drives it at Brooker.
They're out on their feet to the Bulls. But look at them still moving up. They're trying to force the pressure. They go for the kick and chase.
Radlinski's after it. Price is after it. Price gets there, and that could be the match for Bradford. Oh,
wonderful play from both sides. Full credit to the youngster Leon Price. He read it. He anticipated that the deep kick was coming their way.
Vicona's allowed to play on. Tackle not completed. Well, Bradford have got to hang on to the football for the full set of 6. Henry Paul. 3 tackles gone, 3 to go, and we enter the last minute of the match. Lowe's to Mackay.
Nothing stupid, that is the call. And now Mackay looks as though he's been shot by an elephant gun.
There's going to be plenty of this. Here is Anderson. He drives it up the middle. There are 40 seconds remaining. This is the last tackle.
Into touch from Lowe's.
Well, no.
It's gone deep into the corner. Oh, that's not the option that they wanted.
Less than half a minute to go, and Wigan to restart with a tap on the 20. Billy McGinty's out there, laying his arms around. It's now with O'Connor for Wigan. 15 seconds remaining.
It's got to be the kick and chase yet again.
Peters wide to Farrell. Farrell wide to Renoff. Renoff! Renoff still! Renoff! Renoff to the corner! Renoff! Radlinski! Wigan have pitched it! Wigan could pitch this! What a kick to come from Farrell! What a kick's on the way from Farrell! Radlinski's try, Renoff's one, Bradford ran out of numbers, and Farrell with the kick to win the match.
Outstanding rugby league football of the highest quality. I thought Farrell was going to go for the kick. He threw the ball, he used Cheston as a dummy. Renouf threw the dummy. You can see that Robinson was held back. He offloaded at the most supreme moment. It does not come much better than this. Throws the dummy, off he goes. They just had no numbers out there. Endicott's going. Go, he said. Go, Renouf offloads. At the most wonderful time. Radlinski, who's had a magnificent second half, deserved that. Disappointment from the coach. Surrounded by Wigan fans, he makes it all so worse. But can he kick the goal?
Radlinski's try. Fantastic effort. His 8th try in 5 games. Matthew Elliott's on his way down to the sideline. And talk about pressure. This kick to win the match or lose it. It's with Andy Farrell. Hold your breath. Farrell has kicked Wigan to the top of the table. Radlinski's try. Matthew Elliott, well, down to 11 men. And referee Russell Smith has played a huge part in this win. 20 points to 19. Wigan, remember, against St Helens not long ago, denied by a point, and were very, very critical of decisions that went against them. Tonight, the decisions have gone for them. Radlinski's try. Farrell, how did he keep his nerve in the pressure cooker here? But he did, and Wigan have won. 20 points to 19. An absolutely fabulous, fabulous match.
Magnificent. They are ecstatic. The pressure was on Andy Farrell. He was equal to the task. He slotted it over the bar, and the man that scored the try, Redlinski, raises his arms. Full credit to all those travelling fans from over the Pennines. They have witnessed a classic. They didn't get the 2 vital league points they wanted. Not surprisingly, the Wigan Warriors are over the moon. A record crowd has witnessed an epic game. You little beauty. And here's the hero, the man who slotted over the vital last 2 points.
Well, they signed him up for life not long ago, and he has just proved exactly why they've signed him up for life. That was the pressure kick. It was the last kick of the match, and Stuart Fielden, Paul Anderson, Matthew Elliott and the Bulls are desolate. But Wigan are jubilant. He is the hero, and there he is with Bill.
Andy, talk about pressure kicks. What was going through your mind then?
Just to relax and treat it like I did in training yesterday, really.
If this is a rehearsal for the grand final, Old Trafford's going to be some night, isn't it?
Yeah, there's been 3 games now, and I hope there is a 4th, because these 2 teams do bring the best edge in each other.
One of the biggest games you've played in?
Well, obviously
some big games.
Well, yeah, but we're going to enjoy the occasion, obviously, but we've not won anything yet. We're in for the top of the ladder to help us to get to the grand final, and the biggest game of the year is the grand final for us.
Thanks, Andy. Well done.
Cheers.
Just tried to kick it as he did in training yesterday. There wasn't a record crowd inside the JJB Stadium then.